That's damage. See how much you can do with this? This is crazy. And we are just starting, man. More damage. I tell you, man, this lizard is insane. It just dealt 4 direct damage. Basically like having a haste right now. Oh, this is insane. So the idea is that we will try to run them over with cryptic codes and just keep replaying those. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we'll make a short intro. However, this Dimir tempo is absolutely deadly with the new edition of Vinelasher. And I'll be honest guys, I think this might be the best one drop of the whole set. This card is absolutely insane. With Offspring, a single Fabled Passage is 4 damage directly to your opponent's face. It's more than Lightning Bolt and Lightning Strike, alright? For free by playing lands. With Demolition Fields you want to sacrifice them just when the Vinelashers are on the battlefield, so you basically get more landfall triggers. You don't even need to target anything special, just sacrifice it. With the rest of the deck you kinda know the drill. We draw cards with Geeks, which is also really good with the Vinelasher Offspring, because you have more creatures, which means more cards. Virtue of Persistence is your late game together with Shelly, and one of the cool things about this card, Dimir is generally on the low side of the damage for the aggro deck, because you get more control at the cost of extra power in like brute raw force like mono red. However, with Sheoldred and Vinelasher you actually get so much indirect damage that it kinda makes up for it, so it makes your deck way more aggressive while not really losing anything. So very good addition, and yeah, I think you will like it. The games today will be interesting. There will be some epic plays and some misplays. So let's go into the games and have some fun, and I hope you will enjoy. Alright, we're going first, and you know what? I kinda like it. We'll pain ourselves just a little bit. So, okay, man, the river is so huge here, because I will have colorless mana on turn 2, and I need go for the throat. I still think we go with the Siren. We could go Fabled Passage for the Preacher on turn 3. They're mulligan. You know what? I will do it like this. This is a different play. Man, I wish we drew a lizard. Alright. So, is that black mana? Yep. Unfortunately, we are seemingly against Azor's control, and that's not great. That's not what I expected. And they will have normalize on the Preacher probably. So that's a really big deal for us. Siren, you know what? I'll take the Siren. It's a creature, we can keep up the tempo. Oh, Carrot Cake. Okay, this is actually good for us, right? If they play the cake, it's probably Caretaker's talent deck. So we need to pressure them into not being able to play this. They cannot block or do anything, so we just play Preacher while we can, we attack. So if they play the talent, we get the trigger from Preacher, and we draw extra cards. That's something we really need for more Evolved. It could be artifacts as well, but it would feel like Caretaker's talent more. Our friend has a pickle, because he wants to remove the Preacher, he wants to set up the talent. Here you go. See, I think they have exactly what we are expecting them to have. Alright. And honestly, this has to be Geek's turn, because that means we are drawing 2 cards, whatever happens. And that's huge. We need to keep pressuring them as hard as possible. We can get the Siren, but first we can attack. Maybe we get something better. We probably won't, but you know, still. Yep, they sacrifice the creature. They will start getting the card though, so that's why we need to be super aggressive. Alright, let's go with the Siren. We want to force them to play some kind of sweeper. They can only play Lockdown, and Lockdown doesn't hit the biggest threats. So they don't have great blocker. This is okay. This is okay. We will kill it with Virtue, but they are still getting some... Oh man. Oh my god, this is exactly how I wanted to play this. So how do we do it? I want to cast Virtue, but I also want the Vinelasher. I really want to trigger the Fabled Passage as well. I think we just attack first and see what happens, right? That's the play. We could use the Power Stone on map token. You may pay additional as you cast the spell. I think you can use Power Stone for this. I don't want... Oh, right. They have reach. But it's fine, because we just kill the creature. Worst case, Worst case, I will just play the Vinelasher later. Perfect. So they want to maximize the value. Man, this is so many cards. Man, Geeks is always amazing in this kind of decks. If we get Disfigure, that would be so much better. Disfigure? Just great at Magic, man. We have 3, so that was a solid chance we get there. Alright, so we played this. We Offspring. Can I? Can I use this? Nope. I guess it's part of the casting spell, unfortunately. Alright, so it's still fine. It's still fine. We'll use the map token. We just missed a little bit of damage. Alright. Now we go with this. That's damage. See how much you can do with this? This is crazy. And we are just starting, man. We want a swamp here. More damage. I tell you, man, this lizard is insane. It just dealt 4 direct damage. Basically like having a haste right now. Alright, we disfigure this. Alright, do we want the Siren? Probably not. Probably not. What do I want to pump here? Sorry bro, I really need to think because I have this game if I play it right. So their best sweeper is either the Glyph Bridge, I hope they don't play it, or Lockdown. Lockdown doesn't hit 3 drops, so let's go for the Preacher. Bat is absolutely amazing. And I don't need to play more into the board. Yep, with the Vinelasher we should be able to hit enough damage. Don't forget we also have Demolition Field. They actually played the Glyph Bridge. Alright, man, insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, so we need to finish the game with this. We will deal a lot of damage. So, first the Siren. We get the map token. We use the map token with the Power Stone for extra damage. We play the Fabled Passage. See how much damage this deals? This is like 6 damage already. By a single Vinelasher card. It dealt nearly the same as the rest of the board. Man, we are flooding so hardcore. Alright. We go Bat. And let's see the card. It's so unfortunate they played the Glyph Bridge. That was basically like the only card. 3 mana. So if they draw a land, they can play this into Foundry. I think it's Carrot Cake, because that's the only thing that is helping them defend. Oh, they have the Power Stone, I kinda forgot about it. But still it should be okay. The Vault is not an issue. 1 damage acquired. Like, we need to be so careful, man. We are so close to killing this guy. If not this card, we would win so hard, because they needed an artifact. That's the only way they could use the Power Stone to ramp. So Sunfall or anything like this would not be possible to cast, and the only other sweeper is like Lockdown that doesn't kill the board. So that was literally the only card that they could have on this turn to not lose the game. Plains and Life. Interesting. Is that enough? We need to keep this Demolition Field ready. Alright, they go up to 6. Simulacrum, sure. We don't want to ramp them. It's super important. They want to scry. So they're going for 2 turns, overpowering us. After the scry, we'll still shuffle the library. So man, that's actually so fun. And we don't want to use Demolition Field now, so we don't give them any extra mana. They will use the mana for the cake, right? Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Oh man, I think we need to do it. Man, this is so weird. I think we need to pass the turn. We need some good draw. Man, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So first, how we do it? We attack with everything, just making sure they don't have any source of mana. Right? Nothing. They cannot activate it. That means I can attack with everything. Man, I tell you, those Vinelashers dealt around, I think, 10 damage, if not more. This card dealt the most damage in the whole game. Now, we play a land, 3 damage, and then we Demolition Field something, and that's another. Man, this dealt 6 damage on top of the previous one. I think we dealt 13 damage with the Vinelashers, more than the rest of the deck combined. I mean, I rest my case, Your Honor. Alright, opponent goes first. Let's sit. Let's sit. We will definitely go super aggro with the Sirens. The code is interesting draw. I think we can make, you know, a good use of it. I'm not sure how exactly to play this. Let's see what our opponent is doing. This figure is so good. Oh man. Alright. Also, I wonder. It feels like rats, to be honest, but no, maybe lizards, one of the two. Alright, so what do we go for? I really want turn 3 play, but we can make sure that it happens. So let's go with the Siren, and I think we keep getting the map tokens here. I want maximum damage, or at least to fix my draws. Bat is a good draw, especially with map token. Like, we need to be aggressive. This will live gain as well, right? So we need to be careful. We don't have good removal for this. Oh boy, it's starting. They will really out-heal us a little bit. Yep, very strong synergy. Their opening is as good as it gets. Can we match it? Preacher is a really good one, but I fear that they have removal on top of everything else. So what can I do against it? I could try to double block and go with the Bat. So if they have one removal spell, the Bat play was the winning one. If they don't top deck another. If they don't have removal, a Preacher is the better one. Oh, I don't have Disfigure. I need double black for this play. Maybe we just go with Cryptic Code, but they will keep attacking with the Rot Collar. So I actually think we go like this. If they have removal, they are just really good at the game, and what can you do? Let's go with this one, so we have 2 blockers, in case they cannot remove the Preacher, so, you know, we can block this with Menace, while not missing too much damage. Alright, I remember you. Do they have removal? That's the big thing. If they don't have removal, it's not easy for them to attack. It's interesting, if they are a very smart player, they didn't cast removal, hoping for a double block, and now they will kill the Preacher and get free trade on the Siren. We could also go Lord Skitter without this risk. They might also replay it. No, this is not legendary. Let's go. Do you have it? No, they didn't. Alright, alright. We solved one of the big problems. That's really good. So, what do we go for now? Bat seems really nice. I will attack with the Preacher, so we get the lifelinker. I think it's Bat into Reef into Disfigure. Oh, but I don't have the mana. Alright, so we have to play the Fabled Passage here. Let's crack it while we can. Let's go black mana. And I mean, there's no downside, right? Let's see the hand, and it doesn't seem they have removal, but we need to be sure. Alright. And they have only 2 lands. If we beat this board, we win the game. And I would love it on the lifelinker, to be absolutely honest. Let's go with the Bat. This is a good blocker for us. Oh, we missed. Not amazing, not amazing. We keep the Siren to block Lord Skitter, I think. Because then we can disfigure this and basically get a free trade. I think that Preacher can carry this game. I just need them to not draw removal for Preacher for like 1 or 2 turns, and we should be golden. Alright, it hurts. Every rat hurts, but fortunately I think we can get enough blockers with 2 toughness that they cannot attack easily. Alright, they want to go for the lethal, and I don't think it will work. This one creates a rat, so you don't want to block it, you want to trade here. Alright, no instant, so we should be getting good trade here. Alright, good. We are stabilizing, and with creature tokens we should be golden. This is definitely not the great draw, but we can make 2 creatures, right? So, we definitely attack with this and this. Do we go with the Siren as well? We can outvalue them. So we don't really need to be aggressive. I think we wait 1 turn. Back to 9. Now we play this. We wait with this for the Vinelashers. No, this is an absolutely abysmal tap. We don't want to do it. And at the end step we can bounce it. Alright, 3 blockers. That should be good enough, I think. And 1 has lifelink. Man, we actually have so much lifelink in this. Alright, Beastbinder, extremely strong card, but I think we can beat it. I think we can beat it. It's still a 2-2, so, you know, it still blocks the rats. Alright. 1 damage. We will go risky. I think it's worth it for the tempo. And here it comes. Here it comes. Yep, and we deal 4 damage. This will be so much damage. Alright, let's prepare. This, and this. Do we go with this? Doesn't do much. So let's just go with this kind of attack. We get more lifelink. Yeah, I think we won this game. With the Vinelashers, the damage will stack so quickly. Very good decision, because they are not losing anything and they are negating the damage. Alright, so we have to start with the Vinelashers. No. Let's actually manual tap for this. I don't want to get mana screwed. Because auto tapper doesn't know that we will play land for the turn. Alright. Here it comes. We crack it now. But I don't think we will go for Demolition Field, because I want to give him better chance at drawing a basic land. When you hit them with Demolition Field, you take 1 basic land from their deck, and the chance is low to draw it, but sometimes it will happen. So sometimes you will give them a better draw. Alright, very strong card, but very slow one. I think we can finish the game before it hits. Yep, that should be it. I don't think that's enough. Let's see what the target is. Something will be a 2-2, right? It loses all abilities. Correct. Alright, and we can block something. This should be an easy one. And we don't go for more. This is good enough. We want to keep our maximum power. And going in the second side, now we want to do it, because that means our dough is a little bit better. You know, not big differences, probably like less than 1%, but it's still, you know, better play. There's no reason to not do it. And let's take our basic and extra damage for the turn. More damage. Man, they deal so much. When this is in the board, like, the death is just inevitable. And let's go with Geeks. So now we can redraw the whole hand, basically. We play the land before we lose the Vinelashers. I guess I could draw Fabled Passage, so maybe that was a slight misplay, to be honest. But I just wanted, you know, to get value. Alright, and they have what? 2 blockers. So the best blocks is this and this. So this is 3, 5, 7 damage. That means a full swing and a 1 game. Yep. Our opponent fought like a lion, so really good game. He played very well. Unfortunately, like, he had insane tempo on the start of the game, but he just lost it. He needed removal for the Preacher. That card won us the game. Well, you are curious, why am I looking at my opponent's hand without discarding anything? Well, but against really high quality of turn 1 cutdown. That's what happens. So we couldn't discard anything, however we see what our opponent is playing. And I think we go with Cryptic Code, because this will be a very annoying card for them to deal with, and we need to start some damage. So unfortunately we drew all the removal against a non-creature deck. So You know, we have no damage and all of those cards are basically dead. So our opponent has 7 card advantage on turn 3, based on, you know, not amazing draws on our part. However, they also have a lot of lands. The Go for the Throat cannot hit what we have. Oh, this is insane. Man, this draw is actually insanely good. With this, I think we can push insane levels of damage, right? Worst 2. Alright, we don't crack the passage as long as we can. So the idea is that we will try to run them over with cryptic codes and just keep replaying those. Like 6 damage a turn is a lot, and they will be able to virtue one of them, but we can, if we top deck a land, we, you know, replay the code and basically it's like nothing happened. If we do something else, we just play something else. Unfortunately, something else will be a target for Go for the Throat, so the first something else will be... I cannot kill it, so we just discard the Disfigure. However, this is actually really good for us. That means I can kill this and keep pushing the damage. Why they are at 20? Like, what the hell? I was attacking them, I swear. Let's not take this. Alright, this is okay. Alright, but we need to kill the creature first. Do we just replay? Or we push more damage on this turn? I think we just full swing here. I think this is better. Because if they block, it's kind of the same as removal. See, they don't want to go for it, and now we will force them. Maybe I should wait until they play Shelly and then I regret not having removal. That seems like a decent strategy, but we are not going for it. We are going into... I hope he didn't throw Sheoldred mode. But yeah, I should probably just keep my Go for the Throat for the next threat and see what happens. We have Disfigure, so there's, you know, always something. Man, they're live gaining so much with those card migration. By the way, this card is amazing. Like, I think even if you don't play the main deck and you are playing like 2-card Golgari, I actually think this is a great card. And maybe we'll even make deck like this. The live game is huge. When I played with the main decks, I've learned... Moment. We take it back. So we can start, you know, pushing more damage. When I played the main decks, I realized that the reason the Atraxa decks are so insanely powerful is the reason they live gain so easily. Man, our draws suck. We basically, in 15 cards, man, in 15 cards we drew basically 1 creature. It's borderline impossible with our deck, but we made it. Alright. Maybe we can still push enough damage, you know? Cryptic Code is kinda amazing. To just, you know, keep stacking more and more threats for free. I should probably check out the card. Three lands. Well, I'm happy I didn't draw those. That's crazy. Like, this draw is not great so far. The Cryptic Code is literally the 1 card carrying this whole game. They can start removing those, but we can start bouncing stuff. 3 mana. Not amazing, not amazing. But what can you do, man? What can you do? I mean, we will try to repopulate the board, so it's not the worst. It feels like they have something against them. Yep, it's 3-drop. Glissa. Well, this will be an insane problem. We need to start drawing better cards than we are. Which won't be hard because we are not draw... Bro, how can I play the game like this? Like, come on. Like, this is really bad. What are you? A Mastermind. So we can actually, you know, how much we pay 3, right? Let's just read the card. Oh, for its mana cost, so we only pay 2, so we can take the Cryptic Code back. I mean, it's a start. We need to keep throwing mana under the bus, which will probably make us lose the game. Like, I really don't think we can win with such insane bad draws. Man, we literally drew 2 creatures in 18 cards. Like, we are an aggro deck in a way. Like, we still need to push the damage. And now we need to basically donate 5 mana a turn just to prevent Glissa. We could also give them the damage, which is not a great idea. It's only enchantment, right? I think I'm in such a bad position that I have to go for this. It's just one card, they already have 5, so they will just get the 6th one. So the difference is not insanely huge. It's still extremely good for our opponent, but you know, like there is a chance it will be a land or something and it doesn't matter. But losing creature will always matter super hard, especially that he's at an 11. So if we can push some extra damage, especially things like Vinelasher. Oh my god, really? I can get 1 card back, but nothing more. Well, I guess I can get 2 cards, but it still will be 3 to his 4. Alright. Oh boy, the draws are not stacked for us. Alright, this... Man, but I think it's too slow right now. We can deal 4 damage, but this is exactly how much Biza healed. And we cannot even go through her. Or through it, I don't know. So I think we have to attack here. Just to start the damage. Oh right, it's unblockable. I should probably remember it, you know? That's something I should probably know. So here let's go for 3 mana. Maybe we go Cryptic Code. So we go 3. No, I need 1 mana more. I guess we just don't use Demolition Field and, you know, roll with it. I need to basically try to raise him. And hope that he cannot remove everything. Like, he already has 2 removal spells, so the Vinelashers will get 1 turn. Let's do it now, while we can. So he cannot respond to this. Let's go for the black mana. Man, we are doing such amazing work, and we so much should not win this, but we're trying, There is a chance. I could kill Mind Vinelasher to prevent Virtue, so they don't have the 7 mana version. If they keep getting bees every turn, we cannot beat this. What is the play, man? It's such a hard position to be in. Like, I think the best case is just the Cryptic Code, just spamming pure damage, because for everything they have, they don't have the life gain. That's the only thing they are lacking. And how do you work? This gives unblockable, right? Yep. So when we take the code out, this can be blocked again. Alright, we force them to pay. I honestly think we kill it, right? Then they go for... Yeah, I think we do. I really think we do. We don't need to pay the word because it's ours. So now they are losing the Virtue. I'm not sure if the game will go so long that it will matter. But I don't see a good target for Disfigure right now. If they want to attack with Glissa, we might sneak extra damage with the Vinelasher. If we draw a land, this is for the indirect damage already. Because Demolition Field into a land, if that's Fabled Passage, it's 6 damage. Oh boy, this will be so hard. Yep, we cannot really do anything about it. Like, we need to just roll with it. And don't forget they are losing life if they draw cards, so that's not nothing. It might be a lethal in some situation. No, it's an artifact, not enchantment. I learned it the hard way when I was playing Glissa myself. Unfortunately, like usually you have this disenchantment effect of artifact or enchantment, but Glissa is only about those enchantments. This can sneak some extra damage. Yeah, we cannot equip it in a different way. If we hit Fabled Passage, this is extra damage. I think we get Swamp here. This is warded, this is an artifact, and unblockable, so this is the most scary one. Don't tell me they have something. Alright, it's not an artifact. I absolutely forgot. So, they paid the mana. Alright. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. And now we replay. We need double blue, so we will paint ourselves. And this way, we make sure... What are you? I'm not doing great job at checking the cards, like I just kind of miss it completely, so sorry about that, but I don't think it made a huge difference. So we basically want to keep replaying the code until they run out of answers, and I think this might be the first turn when I will block Glissa. I might start, you know, throwing creatures under the bus. We cannot use Demolition Field yet, so if they kill the Vinelasher, they kind of get extra, you know, life gain in a way, but they still need to draw removal. Oh my god, that's an Atraxa. A wild Atraxa appears in Golgari deck. Oh my god. I guess they have one island, right? So why not? Why not? Alright, that completely changes the game. Like, man, their draw is so good. Like, if not Biza, for example, I think they would die by now. If we had better draws early game, I think they would die. We can draw some extra cards. We are definitely going with kicks, right? The problem is that they are dealing 7 damage and probably sweeping the board. So I need some really good plays here. And I can only attack with the cloaked thing. Otherwise they get the life gain. I think, so if we draw Fabled Passage, we win the game right now. But we need to draw it. That's not a Fabled Passage. Oh boy. I will try to play it. I will try to play it. I don't think there's any way that we can win this. Alright. So I needed to think about this one. Because I needed to run through all the possibilities and I don't see any possibility of winning this. I think the only way is that he misplays super hardcore. Oh, he had 3 life more. So even the Fabled Passage wouldn't kill him in this situation. I mean, he was prepared. He knows what's up. I think he will attack with Atraxa. He seems to be a very good player. So he will just swing with Atraxa, get the life gain, and then sweep the board because he knows that we cannot come back from this. Yep. Let's prepare. He's playing exactly as he should. The reason we lost is just bad early game. We didn't draw the damage we needed. Like, you need more creatures than, you know, just cryptic code all over again. It's your basically end game and not your, you know, only game or early game. Even with good draw right now, it's borderline impossible. Yeah, at this point I just don't have enough damage. Like, even with this hit from Atraxa, 16 is such a tall order. Like, you can go for the throat, some Fabled Passage, and then double swing, maybe, but not with this stuff. Alright, our opponent is going first. Interesting. We'll go... okay. We have a pretty low power here, but I think we can make it work. Let's go for the Fabled Passage. We don't have the Lizard here, so I think this will be the 4th land. This will be the 2nd one. Alright, our opponent is going super crazy because they know that we cannot counter play whatever they are doing. They are going absolutely crazy. However, they are basically out of cards nearly. So a huge burst, but that's kind of the whole burst. Let's go for a Swan. We definitely need one. And we can start with the Siren, right? And we see from there. We definitely don't need so many lands here, so we are getting pretty flooded here. And this gives our opponent some information that we probably have more. Oh man, they're going for the village. They are absolutely oblivious to any kind of interaction, which is amazing. So if... like, I expected them to play a bit more consciously and just attack with this and keep the buff spells. Right now they don't have too much. We just need to play Shelly and we should be absolutely fine. Let's go for Demolition Field. We activate it. We use the map token here. I'm not sure exactly how we will go. Alright, a land. We're getting crazily flooded, man. On 25 lands, we draw half of our cards as a land. So we are basically playing 30. Like we draw like we're 30, but we're 25, so above average. I think we just passed the turn here, right? We need to play Shelly on the next turn and draw with Malcolm. So I want to make sure that nothing without trample cannot, you know, hit my face. Then we play Malcolm and Sheoldred. Then we supplement with Gix and we should be fine. Yep, you got it. Let's see. 2 damage only. That's not too much. And they might have removal. It kinda feels like removal, like lightning strikes. And we need to go Fabled Passage, right? And I mean, we will crack it. There is a chance they have double lightning strike, in which case we might actually lose. However, if they have anything but this, we should be absolutely fine. They are playing lands every single turn, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have a lot of lands in the hand. We need to do it now because we really want to draw with Malcolm. See, they had it. But I think because they targeted Malcolm, they have won. It's nice to see that they see the play, right? So they exactly know what's going on. They need to really kill us super quick, and yep, they cannot kill us through Sheoldred. That means they have to give up. On the next turn we would play Gix and attack with everything, probably, or at least the Siren for the extra life gain. Alright guys, we'll talk about, you know, not only the deck but also some of the games and what I learned after playing the deck, and I know some of you left a comment, alright? I'm aware. So we are addressing the comment before you leave them in the outro. Alright, but before we go there, I want to say a huge thank you to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for making content like this possible. And yeah, I hope Shuffler will always give you the good curve. I think we all deserve this one. So what about the deck and, you know, the addition? Honestly, Vinelasher surprised me. I knew this is a good card. I knew this always makes every aggro deck better, but the amount of damage I dished out with just simple drawing Fabled Passage is just absolutely insane. We also had never like twice the Vinelasher, because sometimes you will draw 2 of them, then you Offspring. This is 4 landfall triggers every land. Man, you can basically kill your opponent by just playing lands. So the damage potential, like in raw power, is just off the charts, and you know, it's still a 1-drop. If you have a good curve, you just want to play it as turn 1, turn 2, and like turn 3. It draws cards with the Gix. It gives you extra damage with the landfall. So by turn 3, you'd already dealt 4 or 5 damage, something like this. Probably the best creature with Offspring. The other 1-drop that is close to this is of course the red hero mouse, right? It's either this or the mouse, but those 1-drops are absolutely insane. So yeah, the Cryptic Code was carrying the game really nicely. Something I absolutely butchered in today's video was checking what card got cloaked. I completely didn't pay attention. We missed the Mastermind once. So in one of the games, I made the text, so some of you already read it, but when my opponent was drawing cards, I should face up this instead of taking the code back and just start getting extra cards. I don't think it would make any difference on the final result, but it was still a better play. And every time, so when the card from the code is highlighted, you know that it is a creature and it can be turned up. So that's a, you know, easy basically hack to check if that's a creature. And if it's not highlighted, it's probably either too expensive, which means if you have 5 mana, it's always a non-creature basically, because we cannot have creatures more expensive than 4. So yeah, that was the most confusing explanation ever, but I think you got the gist of it. So that was a big misplay on my part. And yeah, I thought there was something more, but maybe not, maybe not. Definitely the Fabled Passage play and Demolition Field, those are the cards you want to crack as late as possible. Always keep in mind that you can top deck Vinelasher, you need 3 mana for it, and then you crack all the lands in the same turn before they can remove it in response. Like, you know, if they play a removal, it cuts your landfall damage in half. So you generally want to do it when they are tapped, if you can, or in response to the removal, so they need another removal if they really want to go for this play. So yeah, the deck is sweet. I think it's not the most competitive deck ever. Dimir is, you know, not as tier 1 as Mono Red. Unfortunately, Mono Red is still more aggressive, faster and deadlier than this, but this one is way more fun to play with. You have way more interactions, and I think it's really, you know, entertaining deck to play. If you have like good curve with geeks on turn 3, you still get this insane amount of cards that we all enjoy. You can play counter spells in this one. I just didn't go for it. So Phantom Interference could be, for example, instead of a Cloak or Coat, I should say. Man, did I misplay the name of the card as well? I guess so. So yeah, and with the Bat you have so much interruption that we are kinda going around sweepers most of the time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a wild take, a wild video, but I hope it was entertaining to watch, and see you guys tomorrow.